Good morning, my name is Tristan Lowe. Welcome to the Over 40s Fitness Podcast. Okay, here we are in week 6 now of my health and fitness podcast, and today I'd like to talk on a subject about another observation I've made last weekend. Here we are, third week in July now, and I was in another glamorous location. I went to Sheffield City's indoor shopping centre, Meadowhall. Affectionately titled Meadowhall, but we'll call it Meadowhall. Okay, Meadowhall is a big shopping centre in the middle of Sheffield in Yorkshire, and I was in there for about just under an hour on the way to the cinema down the road. And whilst I was in Meadowhall, it was a Sunday afternoon, and of course it's the end of the term for schools closing, but technically the school holidays start on Monday. But anyhow, I'm digressing. I was in Meadowhall Sunday afternoon around 2:30, and what I saw in a stacked out, are really busy. So, people talk about recession. I say, what recession? Everyone was in there spending money, buying stuff, buying things or whatever. But what I did see, again, I'm not surprised to see this, was a large contingent of the men there, and let's say from the age of 18 up to 70 even. Okay, another sort of 40-50 year bracket, clothes shopping. Specifically going to Meadowhall to buy clothes, whether it be a pair of socks, a pair of shorts, pair of jeans, trousers, sportswear, whatever. Now, we all need clothes. Everyone's got to put something on to walk around their own house within reason, to go to work, to go out. This t-shirt I'm wearing, this t-shirt was £3 from a very well-known retail shop, beginning with the word P and ending the word beginning with the word P, letter P and ending in the letter K. Okay, figure it out for yourself. A £3 t-shirt. I bought this 6 months ago, and surprisingly it still works. All right. So the subject is that, for what I saw, was a lot of grown men spending their hard-earned money, whether it be cash, whether it be on their debit cards, store cards, credit cards, and on clothing. Now, what was interesting was the clothes shops that I went into. I think I went into two, and at the time I was with my girlfriend, and she wanted to look in a particular clothes shop. So of course, it was a well-known clothes shop beginning with the letter Z and ending in A, and we were in there, in this store, and about 80% of the clothes shop, it's sort of the real estate inside the shop was for women, and then there's a little bit of the corner for men. Okay, and I went into the corner because I thought, well, she's going to spend a good 20 minutes looking at stuff, so I thought, well, I'll go and have a look. And what I saw was lots of young men, old men, middle-aged men like myself, buying clothes who were visibly out of shape. Okay, meaning they were visibly unhealthy. And so that kind of sparked my mind. So when we were walking around Meadowhall after, going through different shops, lots of sports shops, lots of whatever, I saw people carrying 2, 3, 4 bags in either hand, with clothes in them, and they were visibly unhealthy. They were overweight men, often badly dressed. Now, badly dressed is a matter of opinion. Yeah, on the subject, what's badly dressed for someone may be well dressed for someone else, but again, there's always a threshold. Okay, so and my thoughts are that if young men, middle-aged men, elderly men spend their time, hard-earned money and efforts buying clothes on payday, last working day of the month, first day of the next month, whatever, which they're entitled to, why shouldn't we all put a nice new jumper, a nice new shirt on, a new pair of trainers on? We should all, be able to, at the very least, irrespective of who makes it and what it costs. But when you're visibly unhealthy and visibly overweight, and you're 5'10" and 15, 16 stone, or even if you're 6 foot and 19, 20 stone, I saw grossly overweight men, okay, young men, that were clothes shopping. Now, my thoughts are that is that's like a false economy. What we shouldn't do is invest our time, effort, and money into buying clothes that have been marketed to us or advertised to us to convince us that by buying big, big sizes and shiny clothes, quite often the clothes they look like they've been made in 2 seconds. They're mass marketed, mass made, mass produced, and shipped out. And again, it's double XL, triple XL, quadruple XL, and they call it athleisure or comfort clothing. Now, again, that is from a physiological and financial. That is a physiological and financial contradiction in terms. It's actually a waste of time and equally a waste of money. What we should do is spend our hard time, effort, money in eating healthy and exercising, so we don't have to go and buy big, oversized, often loud, graphic, over colourful clothing, which is ordinarily marketed in the USA and the UK and made in somewhere in Asia. All right, so and it's deliberately marketed for who the advertising companies and the manufacturers think. They think, okay, we're going to make these garish, loud, oversized clothes for people that are garish, loud, and oversized. Okay, they've read the room. They know who their target market is. And actually, I do believe in a degree of capitalism. We should be able to actually make a business and know our target audience. Okay, absolutely fine. I've got no problem with manufacturers and advertisers, because in that means that someone's employed, someone's designing the clothes, making the clothes, selling the clothes. However, from the end, the recipient, which will be the buyer, okay, it is a bad decision to spend what money or little money we've got on clothing to physically try and change our appearance. Okay, because that is something that we would have to do. Overweight, unhealthy men would have to do habitually and buy louder and bigger and more garish clothing. It's actually I look at it as something that I could understand if a 10, 12, 14, 19-year-old did it, a teenager even. Okay, let's push the boundaries and let's say even into early 20s. There's got to be a period where we think, okay, right, well let's stop this. Let's stop going clothes shopping every 4 weeks, every payday, and using store cards and credit cards to buy clothing which might not last as well. You know what they say? This was something that was said to me by a client of mine. You know who you are. You buy cheap, you buy twice. Now again, this is a £3 t-shirt from a very well-known high street shop, but I'm not buying it for longevity. I'm buying it simply because it's plain, it's black, it fits me, and it's okay for something like this, for something like shooting a podcast or going for a walk. It's not a high-quality clothing brand. What's interesting though, what I always say is that we can buy a low-cost or low-value, a low-cost item of clothing, and if it fits us, because we've done the hard work, we've done the exercise, we've done the nutrition, and if it fits us well, it can at least look or appear to look a little bit better than had we not done it. So I don't intend, aged 52, I don't intend aged 53 or 54 or 55 to have to go to the stores and buy wider fitting trousers or jeans, or in America they call them pants, to go from a 32 waist to 34 to 36 to 38, simply because I've been lazy and made bad, poor decisions over and over again, and then wonder why come payday I've got to go and buy bigger pants, bigger jeans, bigger trousers. Okay, because that would be my fault, my problem for doing that. So my advice to men, we're just talking men today, that's us, okay, is stop doing that. Stop spending your hard-earned money on keeping a brand or manufacturer of clothing in business or wealthy, simply because you've got to keep on buying bigger items of clothing. Get rid of them. Do the hard work. Go for your walks, go for your runs, go for your swims, go and lift weights, go and move an object from A to B. Yeah, stop eating bad food every single day, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have your treats once a week. And keep it to one treat. Not a cheat day or a cheat meal, just keep it to one little treat. That could be a glass of wine, a glass of beer, a chocolate bar, or whatever. Right? So Just think about it. Clothing is a necessity, granted, yeah, and then after, it's a luxury. So we shouldn't buy luxury clothing. We should buy necessary clothing, and then after, if we've done the hard work and we've put our money into our body, and when I say money into our body, that would mean we've bought quality clothing, we've bought quality food. Excuse me. We've invested into our bodies by joining the gym, joining a sports club. You know, if you're going to spend £100 on clothing, go and spend £50, £60 on a decent pair of running shoes.